Hey everyone, Kaylee here. So today we're doing Rapunzel's braid, and I could not be more excited because Rapunzel is my favorite Disney princess of all time. I did two options. I have this one that's a little bit shorter and then this one that is crazy long. You can totally choose which one you want to do, and even if you don't think that you'll end up recreating this hairstyle, you should totally just watch the tutorial so you can see how it's done. So let's start by talking about what I used to create this hairstyle. First, I have this synthetic weft of extensions. It has 6 wefts on it, so it's fairly thick, and because they're synthetic, they're very inexpensive. I ended up using 2 of these for option number 1 and 3 for option 2. Next, I use some Kanekalon hair. This is typically used for braiding like cornrows, micro twists, and that kind of stuff, but today we're going to use it to fill out the hairstyle. It's very voluminous but very light, so it's good for adding in some extra volume to your hairstyle. So for this, I used 2 packs for option number 1 and 3 packs for option number 2. What you're going to need for option number 1 is to split your 2 packs in half. You're going to do that by removing the hair from the cardboard and removing the band in the middle. Then very, very carefully split that hair in two. This is completely free range hair, so it can end up everywhere if you're not careful. Then take another clear elastic and secure it in the middle so that you keep all of the hair together. And you're going to do this with both packs of Kanekalon. If you're doing option number 2, just leave the 3rd pack all together in one piece. And then you're just going to add 2 halves of the Kanekalon to the synthetic hair weft. And this is just going to help bulk out the braid without adding a whole lot of weight to it. So I'm just bobby pinning these to the netting of the synthetic wefts of hair. And you can do more than 1 bobby pin if you need, but I just needed 1 for each one. And then you can see this is nice and thick, especially compared to the normal plain synthetic hair. So that's it for the extensions. And now let's talk about some flowers. These are really easy. I have these from the dollar store, and I just pulled the flowers off of the stem, and then I went ahead and took the tip of the flowers and put it through a bobby pin. This creates a nice little flower bobby pin without any extra work, no glue, no mess, and it happens really, really quickly. So just get yourself an assortment of flowers and put bobby pins through them, and you're ready to go. For that signature Disney princess bang, I am doing a little curl on either side of my part. I'm curling straight down, and then I'm pulling the curl back up and pinning it to cool in place. And I'm doing 2 curls on this side of my part, and I'm going to do 3 on the other because there's more hair on that side of my head. This is just to get that little swoop that she has. You don't have to do this if you feel like it's going to add too much extra to the hairstyle. I just really wanted to make sure this looked as accurate as possible. Next, I'm going to add in my extensions by making a U shape right around the nape of my neck and clipping the rest of the hair up. I'm starting in the middle and placing the middle clip, and then I'm radiating out to the side clips. You can always tease your roots for some added hold. I've also found that teasing helps to make heavy extensions like these a little bit more comfortable to wear for a long period of time. So that's what they look like in, but I'm actually going to put another set in, so I'm making another U shape just a little bit higher up, and then I'm putting in my next weft of extensions, and this is the one with the extra Kanekalon added into it. As you can see, this is a lot of hair, and I'm letting the rest of it down now, and I'm also going to let the clips out of the little curls that I had set up. Then I'm just going to brush them out to get them nice and wavy, and then I'm going to add a little bit of teasing to the roots just to help the little swoop to be a little bit more swoopy. Then I'm just sweeping them back and making sure that they're in the shape that I want them to be, and clipping them right there so that they stay while we do the rest of the hairstyle. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just do a bit of teasing, smooth it out, make sure that it's arranged the way that I want it to be, and then clip it in place. Then I'm finishing these off with some hairspray to make sure that they don't lose any of their shape while we work on the rest of the hairstyle. And now we're moving on to the lace braids. So you're going to take a section of hair that's a couple inches back from your hairline and begin braiding under. Then you're just going to bring in hair from just the bottom side. So you can see here that I'm going to take small pieces from right around my hairline and bring them in. And then I'm going to braid the top side just over normally, like you would do if you were doing a normal braid. Then on the bottom, I'm picking up more hair and then braiding it in, and on the top, braiding it normally. And continuing on, so on and so forth, until I have the hair that's over the ear and a couple pieces just behind the ear into the braid. Once that's done, I'm just going to braid 4 to 5 inches normally and then add in the Kanekalon hair. I'm putting that right behind the braid and then splitting it into 3 so that it kind of joins the braid that we already have going. So you're basically just going to add add in hair to each section from the Kanekalon that we're adding in. And this is going to extend the braid because for most of us, our hair isn't going to be long enough to do what we need it to do. So I'm just adding this in. Even though it doesn't totally match my hair, it just kind of ends up looking like it goes with the ombre. So braid all the way to the end and then secure it with an elastic. And then we're going to pin this right in the middle of your head. And I used quite a few bobby pins because this is going to end up being rather heavy. Then you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just starting a couple inches back, lace braiding, bringing in hair only from the bottom and just small pieces from around your hairline. Once you've got over the ear and just behind the ear incorporated, you're going to braid 4 to 5 inches normally and then include your Kanekalon hair. Again, by placing that just behind the braid and then splitting it into 3 so that it goes with the braid we've already got going on. Then you're going to braid all the way down and secure your hair with an elastic. Then just take this braid to the middle of your head like the previous one and use 4 to 5 bobby pins to keep it in place. And now it's time for the big braid. Start by crossing the 2 braids we've already done over your shoulders and then splitting the remaining hair into 3. Begin by braiding this normally, starting on the right side, braiding the right side over, and then braid the left side over. Now before you braid the right section over, take the small braid from the right side and wrap it around your outside section. You're just gonna wrap it right around, and then I put it back over my shoulder just to keep it out of the way because there's a lot of hair going on right now. Then you're just gonna braid that section over like you would have if we weren't doing anything special. So you're just braiding it back over, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So you're gonna wrap the braid around the section, and then you're just going to braid that section over just normally as you would have done anyway. So once again, you're wrapping the braid around the outside section, putting it back over your shoulder, and then braiding that section over. And again, on the left side, you're going to take that braid, wrap it around the outside section, and then braid that section over. Now at this point, I couldn't braid anymore behind my back, so I went ahead and brought the braid over my shoulder, which by the way was a huge lifesaver. And so then I continued doing the exact same thing, just wrapping the braid around and then braiding the section over. It's very easy and it's a nice way to kind of include this braid in a way that's kind of similar to the way Rapunzel had her hair in the original Disney video. So you just continue doing that until you reach the end of your hair. Now I'm very gently pulling at each little link in the braid. I want to make sure that I get this a little bit more voluminous so that we match Rapunzel's volume, but you don't want to accidentally pull anything out. Then I'm going to take the clips out of my bangs because they are ready to go, and going to wrap a little piece of hair around the band so that you can't see the elastic. And now it's time for the flowers. These are great for disguising anything that went wrong in the hairstyle. So if you have a point where you don't like it, make sure you put a flower over it. What I did was to choose like 3 areas and put groupings of large flowers there, and then in between the large flowers I put smaller flowers, and that was just what I thought looked good, but you guys can do whatever you want. Go as crazy with as many or as few flowers as you want to use. And then I just added in some more around the top of the braid just to make everything look beautiful and cohesive throughout the whole braid, and I just love this. I was so excited. You can see here just dying to have this braid, and it was so exciting. I just wanted to prance around the house like all day. So this is the first option, and I think it's so beautiful, and if you have the guts to pull it off, you have to try it. Now, if option 1 was not enough hair for you, we're going to add some more length with option 2. I'm taking a pack of Kanekalon hair and then adding a bobby pin onto the middle rubber band of the hair. Then I'm just going to put that bobby pin right through the elastic of the previous braid. And then we already have that hair going, but I'm going to add another weft of extensions around that as well and just clip in the clips, circling around the ponytail so that it kind of hides all the Kanekalon from before and looks like a new ponytail. Then to hide the band of the extensions, I'm adding in more flowers right around the band. And that is it for adding on option 2. You have a whole lot more hair, it makes your hair super long, and you will definitely be a topic of conversation that day with this perfect Rapunzel hair. So that's it for this tutorial. I love Rapunzel, I love this braid. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this, and thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on Friday with my next video. Mwah! Bye!